I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. It's a little too cold. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Good Info Cafe at the lake. And I'm going to try not to fall as I walk backwards. George does this much better than me. I'll give it a shot. So, welcome. Candid and humble. Sinner seeking good. To where we have music, fun, hope, and big, serious, helpful concepts. So the concept for today is going to be war. And the question for today is, why do we have war? And I'll talk about war. And then I'm going to grade billionaires. So sure, there's a connection between war and billionaires. And you guys can start thinking about it. But the other reason why I'm dreaming of a white Christmas is because a white Christmas means you have snow. And snow is fun for people from Africa, from Australia, from Asia, from Europe, all over the world, North America and Greenland and Antarctica and whatever. Snow, well, white Christmas means snow, and that's fun. All right, so the grade for the billionaires, and I'm not as good as George at this, and my arm is killing me already. How does he do that? So where was I? Billionaires. Oh yeah, I want to show you the snow while I scratch my eye. Because when the camera gets turned on, the face starts itching and the mouth starts needing to, or the throat needs clearing. Also, I do say and so, I think it's so and also basmalat and double talk, and that's part of the punctuation for this channel. So, billionaires, former millionaires, I think Howard Hughes might have been the first billionaire, and think how he ended up. He did start the Howard Hughes Medical Center, or his money was seeded for that, and that's, I think, a pretty, well, they do a lot of behind the scenes stuff too. But anyway, the first billionaire, you guys can look that up, but Howard Hughes was one of the first, and he ended up very sad. So the way life works is you can be poor, dirt poor in Calcutta or the poorest sections of America and be happier than a billionaire. But you can also be poor and unhappy, and you can be a billionaire or almost a trillionaire, and be unhappy. And you still, even though you can get heart transplants and do all this really immoral stuff to keep yourself alive when you have lots of money. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my Mother Teresa covering. So anyway, The billionaires, so I look to them as having lots of resources in this world. And so that's what I'm basing it on. I'm basing on for those for whom much is given, much is expected. And so that's what your grade is based on, how well you use your resources. And you get a C minus, D plus billionaires because you're in positions of influence and leadership, and there's lots of problems in the world. Oh my goodness, and I don't want to say all of them. It's also an incredibly beautiful place. God's creation is amazing. But like my song, oh my God, what have they done? Where is God? What have they done to your creation? Oh my Lord, you said to buy a sword. All right, so that brings to war. So I already gave the grade for the billionaires. You billionaires need to step up much better. And a lot of you are hiding, we know, but we know you're there, and God is watching you. All right, so war. All right, so my concept of individuality and unity also going to be looked at as individuality and group, the individual and the group. And you can't have, I just have to ignore that phone call from my father. There's a smoke alarm beeping every 30 seconds, and I have to, and it's way up in the ceiling, and I gotta somehow get to it. Anyway, where was I don't even know, but war, right. So go take a look at the snow while I fix all right, 3 minutes left. So the concept of war, yes. So groups, that's when you talk about war, you think in terms of coordinated groups. I'm using that definition of, say, the war throughout history has been, well, there's the physical war and there's the non-physical war, and there's the spiritual war and there's the information war. So I will talk about war. So then go to the individual. So individuals start fights, and that's the root of wars, in the sense of, if you might be, it's so many people calling for peace, and the problem is too many want too big a piece. So you have the virtue signalers. Oh, I'm for peace. Yeah, like everybody is, okay, just about, like 90% of the population. So you're not any better than anybody in that way, other than the 10% who really do want war. And that does lead to the billionaires, because there's a lot of profiting off of war. So if you look to the individual, people start fights. The ones who call for peace get out there and cause problems. It's a rare person who backs up what they say about being against war, that they actually are pacifists and they actually are nonviolent. All right, so that reminds me of Jesus when he was here. Look at that snow and look at that lake, and with an itchy. Okay. He talked about nonviolence, and it worked with Gandhi. Independence for India, worked for Martin Luther King, and of course Jesus, to me, the person who knew human nature better than anybody ever. Shakespeare's up there, and anyway. So Jesus said nonviolence, and that was when he first came. He planted the seed for the kingdom of, what does he say? On earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. So, the second time that Jesus comes, he comes as a conquering king, and he will have to use physical stuff. So, anyway, war, it's there until the end of an age. There is righteous anger, or, or hate, when you hate the evil inside yourself and it helps you get over it. That's a good thing. So what was the other thing? I said, the question is, why do we have war? And I've answered it in how I see it. My opinion, just my opinion. And I guess I could always say, just my opinion, because I'm dreaming.